Moose, and thank you so much for joining me back here. Today we're going to do my February wrap up and my March TBR. So in the month of February, I only read 2 books, which is fine with me. 2 books is always my goal. That's at least the minimum I want to read in a month. And I did manage that, so I'm happy with that. The first book I read was The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This was a reread for me. I read this back in high school, and I graduated high school in 2016. So it's been about 4 years since I've been in high school, and even still, I don't think I read this as a senior. So it's been a while. I had to read this for a class this semester. I'm currently seeking a Master's of Arts in Teaching. So I had to read this book and then pair it with another text and kind of talk about how I would teach this book in a classroom setting. And I honestly think that kind of threw me off with reading this. I am definitely the kind of person that I enjoy reading a book more if I choose to read it rather than kind of being forced to read it, even if it's something that I would enjoy naturally. So the fact that I had to read this for a class kind of put me in a little reading slump. It took me forever to get through this book. I actually started it in January and didn't finish it for like a whole month. So, and it's not, it's not a small book. It's over 500 pages, but it's still not a huge book. So it really shouldn't have taken me that long, but it did. I think I am finally out of my reading slump though, which leads me to my second book. I actually just finished this book last night, right at the February mark. I finished it February 29th. Today is Sunday, March 1st. So this is Wake by Amanda Hocking. I bought this whole series back in like high school because I read Amanda Hocking's Trill series and really, really enjoyed it. However, my tastes have changed since then. I've grown as a person, my reading tastes have changed, and I didn't dislike this book. I am going to continue the series just because I have the whole series on my TBR shelf, and I'm really working on kind of cutting that down a little bit right now. But this book did not grip me the way I remember the Trill series gripping me. So this book is about a girl named Gemma who lives in like a little beach town, but not like a popular beach town, It gets busy during the tourist season just because it is a beach, but overall it's a smaller town. And Gemma loves to swim. Her goal is to go to the Olympics for swimming. And she meets this boy named Alex and she really likes him. And then these girls come into town and kind of just flip everything upside down in her world and the town. And these girls are a group of sirens. That's all I'll really say. I don't want to spoil too much of it. And I really think the concept is neat, but a lot of this book to me felt like a contemporary book. It wasn't until over halfway through the book that things really started happening that were interesting to me. A lot of the beginning of the book consisted of just like, oh, I like this boy, he lives next door. My sister likes this other boy but doesn't want to admit it. Like that kind of stuff, which is, there's nothing wrong with that at all. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, absolutely go for it. I support you. It's not for me. It's not the kind of reading that I enjoy. So it really took me until over halfway through the book to start enjoying reading this. Since things have started happening, I kind of think I might enjoy the next one a little bit better, just because I do think it will incorporate more fantasy elements into it. And there are some mythological elements too, since it is about sirens. You kind of get a backstory about what happened to the girls and how they became sirens and that kind of stuff like that. So it's interesting, but it took a while to get interesting, if that makes sense. Moving on to my March TBR, I do have the rest of the Water Song, it's a series, it's not a trilogy. I do have the rest of the Water Song series. So I will be continuing that. I don't know how many books I'll actually get to in the series this month. I do at least want to read the next one, which is Lullaby. But there's also 2 more in the series after that. So I don't know if I'll get to these in March. My baby will be coming soon. He's due at the very beginning of April, so I don't even know that I'll get to these in April, but it is my goal to read this series throughout the year at least. Along with that, depending on how I'm feeling, I'm not going to force myself again. I don't like feeling pressured to read because then I just get in a reading slump and I just want to do everything other than read. But this month is Middle Grade March. And there is a series that I own that is middle grade that I have been wanting to reread for a while. And that series is A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I really enjoyed these books growing up. And so I think it was in high school. maybe for my birthday or something like that. Mom asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I told her I wanted the series because I enjoyed it. I wanted to reread it at the time, and I did start rereading it. I think I got to book 4. And then school just got busy and I ran out of time and I never went back and finished the series. So I feel like Middle Grade March is a perfect opportunity to reread through these if I choose to. They're very quick reads. Of course, you know, at this stage in life, the writing's not too complex for me. I could get through them quickly if I wanted to. So we'll see. Maybe I will participate in Middle Grade March. Maybe. If I do, this is what I'll read. But that's really it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching it. Let me know down below what you're gonna read this month. I'm always excited to hear about that kind of stuff. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a like. You guys are awesome. I'm thankful for you, and we'll meet back here next time. See ya!